Can you tell us a bit about why you want to be a mason?
Really, it's just something I've been offered by a couple of people, really, the opportunity to join. It's only when I started in a new place of work, I was offered the opportunity to join and try and find out a little bit more about it and a little bit about masonry.
How did you first find out about masonry?
I found out when I joined the current job role I'm in at the moment. One of my new work colleagues told me about it, tried to tell me a little bit, as much as they could about it, and when I ended up going to where I am now, a work colleague of mine offered me the opportunity to join.
And what do you think is going to happen inside of there today?
In all honesty, I know that there'll be a ceremony performed, but the actual details of it, I have no idea.
What do you think the values are that masonry has, and how have they drawn you to the Brotherhood?
Difficult to answer, really. I think that a lot of the values that masonry has, something that I try to live by in life anyway. I try to live with honesty and integrity, particularly in my job role now. It's just something that I try to live by my life, and it's the way I've been brought up to live.
And tell us a little bit about your job, where you've come from, your background.
I used to work in the leisure background, but now for the past year I've worked as a police officer in my local hometown. It's a challenging job that I find. I have to work with the utmost honesty and integrity all the time, and something that I've always wanted to do and I thoroughly enjoy.
Are you involved in charity at the moment?
I always have done. I've been involved in raising money for the Royal Life Saving Society and also for West Midlands Air Ambulance. So through clubs and that I've been involved with before, raising money for charity is something that I've done previously.
Do you think more young people should be involved in masonry?
Certainly. I think that it's something that would be beneficial for young people throughout the country, and something that they really should be encouraged to try and get involved in.
And what do you think they have to gain from masonry?
A sense of well-being, the opportunity to do something good and put something back into the community, I think. Something that they don't regularly get the opportunity to do.
Are you aware of all the various charities and community work that the Masons do?
I'm aware that they do a lot of charity work, the full details of which I'm not entirely sure now, but I know that they do a lot of charity work, particularly around the local community.
What was it that particularly drew you to the RAF Lodge?
In all honesty, it was just the opportunity to join this lodge by a member proposing me and another member seconding me to join. That's what drew me to the RAF Lodge in particular.
Quite a long distance to come, so you must be quite keen.
Come highly recommended.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Now you've had your ceremony, how would you describe it?
In one word, very interesting. At first, I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. Obviously, we go into it blindfolded. Everything is quite a shock, but once you get to see the light and the blindfold's removed, it's quite an enjoyable experience. And now that I've gone through, I feel a sense of acceptance and enjoy, the fact that I've enjoyed that I've gone through that process.
And how do you see your future in masonry?
I see quite a bright future ahead. Something I'd like to pursue with and try and experience everything as I go on. And I'm hoping to have quite a long career in masonry.
What do you feel what values masonry going to bring you?
I think that it's probably going to bring quite a lot of enlightenment to my life. Hopefully give me the opportunity to be able to contribute to charity and give something back really to the community, I think.
If you had to sum up masonry, from what you know at this moment in time, how would you describe it?
Probably a brotherhood, a sense of well-being and acceptance from the brothers within the Masonic Lodge.
Thank you very much.
We got on well from the very start, and a conversation broke out regarding what we do in our spare time. I mentioned my interest in masonry, And Dan seemed to pick up on this. He expressed an interest. So that was the bait on the hook. I was reeled him in there. Of course, we had the customary meeting.
Any occasion, no mortal could more the ladies adore than a free and an accepted Mason.
No mortal can more the ladies adore than a free and an accepted Mason.
I've stood in this place as junior warden a few times now, and though what I say may be similar to what I've said before, it is no less sincere. With that, our brother visitors, our lodges are a duller place, a quieter place. It's nice to have the visitors here. It's nice to put on a show for your visitors. It's nice to make new friends. It's nice to see familiar faces and new faces in the lodge. I remember being at the festive board a little while ago, actually, and I met a visitor, somebody I hadn't met before. Can't think of his name now. He was a crossword. He was a guy who invented crosswords. His name was something like P something T something R. And I remember another time actually at a festive board. I mean, I was talking to one of our visitors, and he said he'd just got a job in a bowling alley. And I said, 10 p.m. He said, no, permanent. But so it's nice to meet visitors at the festive board. It's nice to visit other lodges. It's nice to have the visitors visit our lodge. And those visitors with us this evening, I hope you've enjoyed the ceremony in the other room. I hope you've enjoyed the hospitality at our festive board here. I know I've enjoyed your presence, and it's enriched the evening for me. I hope the same is true for you. Those who have come before, please keep coming. Those who have come for the first time, please come again. We'd love to see you here time and time again. So can I ask the brethren of the lodge to rise, please, and join me? The toast is brother visitors.
Brother visitors.
Brethren, pay attention for worship brother Christopher Brown.
Christopher volunteered. Who volunteered, did you believe it?
No, you didn't.
I told you you did.
You have now.
Because the forces volunteer.
I'm not sure about the Christopher. Question Master, brethren all. I usually tell the odd joke when I'm replying to visitors' toast, but they're usually pretty bad jokes. But even I can't. You know what I'm saying? I've also got to be careful what I say because it's being recorded, I think. I was listening to the interview being done by your candidate this evening, and he was asked what he thought he could get out of masonry, and I did hear him say, and you weren't listening, but Chief Constable by 40. Brethren of the Royal Air Force Lodge, thank you very much for inviting me and your other visitors. I certainly enjoyed myself, and it's really good to see a new man coming into masonry. It's a wonderful experience for him, and I hope, well, I enjoyed it, and I hope everybody else did. So on behalf of the visitors here this evening, thank you very much for your hospitality, and invite us again, please.
Brethren, to our next merry meeting.
Brethren, would you please put all your glasses on the bar, please, to help the staff?
I won't be IPM.